What's up, y'all? This Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. An interesting thing about the it's just looks argument. Yeah, because you know what? And other people who talk about game or any other way to get women, you always get somebody in the comments saying it's just looks. And indeed, you got whole channels on there. It's just looks. Nothing else matters. Shoot, some even go even deeper. I talk body game. They say, nah, it's just face. It's just face. Or they're throwing height. Yeah, you got to be over 6 feet. Okay. Here's the interesting aspect of it. Yeah. Had the cough played off in me. That's game though. Anyway, right? Interesting thing. For decades, I've known personally men who women considered handsome, very handsome, in fact. A few models in there. Because even though the other day I said, in the real world, most players are average looking, I still said there's some up there modeled. You still got some guys up there and stuff. And then, definitely over 6 feet. Some tall dudes. He's hanging out with basketball players and stuff. And, and even if you want to throw in body game, like this. And we talking decades up to the present day. Even when I'm working out at the gym, any gym, even some young dudes I don't even know, and they look like they should be getting women and stuff, but they will be considered Chad or Tyrone, right? All right, here's the interesting thing. If you talk to any one of them, and I'm thinking decades, I was racking my brain too trying to think. Not one of them would say, oh, it's just looks. At best, they would be like, yeah, I look good, but whatever. Here's my game. In fact, that's where I first learned some game from. Now, I've said women have told me plenty of stuff, but I've been around real players, and, what's coming up, they were considered fine. They were considered pretty boys and stuff. But they had some serious game. They had serious game, and if you look at a lot of old school players, some younger ones too, they can be considered handsome, but they got definite game. They got something that goes beyond their looks. See, here's a problem with the argument. Here's the problem. The guys who think it's just looks, they don't have looks. In fact, they self-identify as ugly, short, whatever, right? Okay, fine. They don't know. They always say they think, but they don't know because they ain't in a position. But when you talk to those guys who would be considered good looking and all of that, when you talk to them, they're always they'll tell you everything else they get the woman. They might acknowledge, say, yeah, they like all that, but then this my game. Like I said, I've been in position to watch them, learn from them. Shoot. And indeed, when my book Nice Guys and Players first came out, because I said before, it was a good bar types who were buying it, but as I sat down and thought about it, it was mostly handsome men. They were the ones buying it for me anyway. Now, as far as online, I don't know who was buying it online, but the ones who bought it from me and supported me, they were the handsome dudes. They were the dudes who didn't need it. I had guys like that coming up to me and talking about stuff like, hey, I need to get out of this, Rom, or they were telling me their game, what they were doing. Shoot. And a lot of what's considered game or all the stuff I tell you outside of body game came from these dudes. They had game. And it's really interesting because when you say just looks, see, here's the problem with it. Guys think, oh, a woman just going to grab a guy just because he look good or even deal with him just because he look good. Women don't think like men. And I'm not, you know what? I ain't even going to get into the sex appeal part. Because I will get in front of a crowd of people and say that. Anybody with any sense knows sexual attraction and physical attraction ain't the same thing. It ain't the same thing. Seriously, that's why you got some dudes who, women will say, yeah, he don't look like a fashion model, but he's sexy as shit. Women will say this shit. And see, you get some guys, they'll try to come on and they'll try to rationalize it and say, you don't have vaginas. You don't understand women. See, here's the thing. And I've said this several times. I've said this with body game. I said this with body game. It's bait. It's bait. But at best, it might get them, and it might. Because then, here's the thing with any physical appearance. It still comes down to what a woman like. Women like different things. Some women like a big muscular dude. Some like a slimmer dude. Some like a big brawny dude. Whatever. And even with the face. Every single woman ain't going for that like square jaw. You know what? There was a young man. He commented on a video yesterday. And sometimes when people have some good comments, I'll check out their channel. This dude was doing one of those... I checked out a couple of his videos. He was doing one of those videos, you know, they go in the mall last summer. He was going up to women and say, smash or pass. And quite a few of them called him handsome. Quite a few, but he had more of a roundish face. So I was like, So even that isn't all you need. That gets them over there. You still got to have some game. You still got to talk. Because, see, here's the thing with it. Okay, somebody look good, right? Or even, let me get into deeper with that. A man could look good to a woman and she still don't want to fuck him. She might just say he cute or something and keep it moving. It's not automatic. Even if she think he look good. It's not automatic. She could think he look good, but nothing's tingling on her. Because, and I said I wasn't going to get into the sex part, but sex appeal is more about the mannerisms. How dominant is the man acting? Is he masculine? Does he got charisma? Does he look like he can fuck? Does he got that look in his face like he would tear up some pussy? If he look good but got that like innocent choir boy look, she probably be like, nah. Let me go get let me go get that guy who just got out of prison. Let me get that thug. Hey, seriously, that guy who got some roughness to him. Look like he'd tear up some pussy and shit. Hey, seriously. But I said I don't even need to get into that. And you know, some guys thinking, seriously, that's the wrong thing to think. Now it's great to have it. It's a great bait. It's a great bait. But bait just gets them over there. How you gonna? You gotta still talk to them. You still gotta have a conversation with them. Because a lot of guys blow it. What if I said women always say? He was all right till he opened his mouth. And that happens a lot. And you know what? Let's get into what the nice guy... No, not the nice guy. Well, I'm going to get into the nice guys in a second. Let's get into what the actual dudes who look like this. Like I said, I've been dealing with them all my life. Known them. Been cool with them. Roommates with them. Shoot. Like I said, that's how I know. Roommates in college. Hung out with them. Been in working out in gyms. I told you, I used to work for a modeling company for a minute. Briefly. You know? Used to vend at several fashion shows. And you see who's doing what. And everything. And they'll tell you straight up. Because in general, I'm going to tell you what. In general, you could classify like the handsome guys in like maybe, I'm going to say 4 general categories. The ones I've known anyway. First, there was the definite players. They had game. They ain't just going there looks and stuff. They usually had fly haircuts, game. They usually had drip, dress well, style, everything. Shoot, game. Oh, and their mouthpiece, they had killer mouthpieces. Shit. That's why I first learned how to develop that conversation from straight up pretty boys. They had to have it. So it's never just the look. You know, they had to hook them. They had to hook them. They always had game. Now, some people will say, well, you know, because, you know, they look good, they always got the women. Hold up now. We got 3 other categories. Those were the players. You get some guys, okay, they ain't so much as players. They get that good woman, they monogamous and stuff. The thing with them, and you know I don't use this term, but everybody understand it. They had alpha male qualities. If you look at their personality, they were some bold, they were leadership types. And even though I always say, what I teach is better than money and status, it still works. It still works. I'm just saying mine works better. And these dudes, they be professionals. They be educated. Shoot. Stability will always get women. It's not even so much about the money. It's about being stable. Being stable. Women will go for a stable man. And if he happen to look good too, So, and really, you could call that a game. If a man's presenting some real stability. See, one thing real quick, a lot of guys who are non-select, they ain't stable. They don't got their own place. They don't got anything to present to a woman. And I talked about those guys in my book, Nice Guys and Players, the masked men. I said their main thing is they had to have some degree of sex appeal. They have to look good. They have to look good. But that's a game, really. If that's your strategy for getting a woman, being stable, saying, hey, I got this steady house, car, job, I got some position, that's game. So they had to have that. That was part of their appeal right there, the stability. The stability. Oh, and real quick, and this wasn't one of the categories, but I know somebody say, well, what about those homosexuals? They don't always look like fashion models. They can fuck. They can eat pussy. It's the sex thing. Seriously. So, so they either have game and all of that, or they got quote unquote alpha male qualities, stability and all that, leadership. All right, that's cool. But then you got a whole bunch of guys who are non-select, but they still handsome. See, that's one of the things. Being non-select, you ain't automatically non-select. Just by being handsome, because it's real. And I've said this before. It's still more of a mindset. It's how you interacting with the woman. It's part of it is, well, a big part of it is how you express yourself sexually. If you one of those good church-going dudes, or you got some sexual hang-ups or something, they don't care how handsome you are. A lot of women ain't feeling that. Or you just not trying to be on that multiple woman thing. You trying to be a good guy. All right. But a lot of women, they ain't rejecting you off of how you look. They rejecting the man off his personality. And indeed, if anybody doubt that, think, oh, God look good, all the women chasing him, I submit. I'll share in the description box a trailer for this show that was on HBO Max, F-Boy Island. Now, here was the premise. There's 3 women that these guys were going for. 24 men. 12 were self-identified fuckboys. Self-identified. 12 were self-identified nice guys. And there was one guy who tried to call himself a nice guy, but he was an F-boy. They checked out his stuff. Here was the thing with all of that. Here was the thing. They all looked alike, but some of them were genuine nice guys. But hold up, though. And really, they kind of dominated. It was like, out of the 3 women, 2 F-boys got the women. 2 F-boys got the women. And the one nice guy that got a woman, they thought he was an F-boy anyway. But the one point is, they all looked alike. You couldn't tell just from their look and stuff. So it wasn't automatic and stuff. And then you got a 4th category of men who are otherwise handsome, and I would hate to use this word, but unfortunately it would be applied to them. They consider it weird. They either got poor-ass social skills, might have some mental health issues, could be on the spectrum. I mean, I'm just serious. They got a bunch of stuff, and that just makes it hard for them to connect to women. Now, but according to the it's just looks guys, they shouldn't have any issue. But like I said, I've been dealing with it for 20 years I've known them for life, really. But I've been selling my book for 20 years. And these are guys who buy it. Indeed, lately, think about something. I've been doing all these handsome man videos me. I tell people, you ask me to do something, it's like I always say, hit me up on my Patreon. All right? This is one of the few times that there's a big demand for something. I say, let me just do the videos. And these are handsome men. That's the only reason I did the videos. When I did that one handsome man video that went viral for me, when I did that one thing, that was really that video was just a filler. I didn't think it'd go like that. And I get guys asking, hitting me up, and even when I'm doing consultations, the guys will say, "Well, they tell me I'm handsome and everything." Shit, sometimes some guys hit me up on IG or something. If I check out their profile, it's like, okay, I mean, it's hard to tell if they got a good face or anything, but shoot, they'll still have some style to them, good body build, look like they work out, but you got to have more to it. Like I said, even when I talk body game, I always said, like, oh, that's what I give y'all for free. If you want more, you got to hit my other stuff. And that's what I do with my Rom TV and everything, and my Vimeo on demand stuff, Patreon. Because you got to have more. See, here's the issue with it. Anybody who says it's just looks really doesn't understand women. Probably had limited contact, either sexual or otherwise, with women. The thing with women, you still got to connect to them. Women like to communicate. They need to feel something in their emotions. That's why you got some guys who get the women, and you know what? They got average face, they under 6 feet, and they eating some ribs while Rom talking about body game, right? But they got charisma like crazy. That's game, really. In fact, there was a author. He had said game is really just stimulated charisma, or simulated charisma rather. Not stimulated, simulated charisma. Trying to act like you got some, being social and everything. Because you got to connect. What y'all going to do? I mean, the woman might think you look cute, or handsome. Shit, she might even think you sexy. But she ain't going to just walk up to you and say, hey, take her panties down, talking about she won't be needing these. You still got to talk to her. And shit. And women, I've known several women, they say, yeah, that dude was fine, but started acting silly. It was instant dryness. That's how deep it is. Seriously. But see, the guys who think it's just looks, they ain't been over there. That's the point. They like on the outside looking in. They don't know. Seriously. And then, like I said, I've done seminars, consultations, talked with these same guys. Known some guys who could probably model. I'm listening to them as they talking about some woman cheating on them. I'm listening to some women. I've been in some situations where the woman say he cute, but he dumb as shit. There's something. See, here's the thing. You still got to connect to a woman up here. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who you are, what you look like. You still got to connect up there. Indeed, if you even, it's great if you look good because that's great bait. But even then, that's limited because it's limited to whoever likes your look. Like I said, women, if you put, you could take a bunch of superstars, movie stars, put their pictures up, put the women up, put 1,000 women in there. All of them ain't going to agree. It say rate each one from 1 to 10. They are not going to agree. And some might even call them, ugly or something. Or like, yo, he all right or something. Seriously. In fact, let's just say I know about some named people and I know of some women. I've known some women who's dealt with these guys. Several. And what they say about these men in private ain't what people think publicly. I can reveal this one. I knew about this whole, everything happening with Will Smith. I knew about that years ago. I was wondering why it took so long to come out. But seriously, it's totally different. But you still got to interact with the women. And see, the guys who are in that position, they'll tell you, say, oh, no, you got to have some game. Nah, the looks ain't do it. Because you got some guys out there, they having trouble getting women, but they otherwise would be considered handsome. Like I said, I've known several handsome, nice guys. Several women would say, I've known several guys. I knew one guy, the women, I knew quite a few women who knew him. And he was a virgin. But I'm like, well, according to this just looks thing, he shouldn't have any problem. They should be handing it to him. And I know from him, he said, ain't no women trying to hand him anything. But thing was, and actually he was actually a friendly person. He could talk with him, but he ain't no game. He ain't know how to take it. See, you gotta actually know how to take it to another level, because you can even be that person. In fact, I'm gonna cover that on my Patreon. When am I cover that? Friday. Somebody requested something about that. About men being able to get a woman, get the attention of women, but they can't close the deal. And that's some real stuff. That's what the game come in. And, when I say game, it's not manipulation or anything. It's like, okay, what do I do? How do I behave? Because you still got to interact. Okay, she think you fine and everything. But, what y'all talking about? Where y'all going? Shoot. Check out that. Shoot, you got HBO Max? Check out F-Boy Island. The women couldn't tell the difference in their looks. It's like, it came down to it. In fact, let me shout out Mr. Lucario. He mentioned something in a video, a live stream he did recently. He said, if a woman sees 6 guys and they might be Chads, I don't think he said it like that, but all that handsome, got the looks. Okay, who's gonna win out of that? They all look the same. He gotta have some game to get past it. And that's his personality, his charisma, all of that stuff. All those other intangibles and everything. Shoot, life would probably be easy if it was just looks. And, and somebody say, well, I saw this on, they only swipe right on Tinder and all of that. What's happening in the streets? And I'm gonna do a car video tomorrow and stuff. Because I did Bumble for a minute just to see what's up. And I'll tell you some of the results, the real results and shit and stuff. Because I wasn't even really trying to look, but, people think swiping right is just the beginning. You still got to have game beyond that. So, that's just the thing. Like I said, it's interesting. These guys ain't in their position. But the guys who have the looks, they got the height, shoot, even the body and everything, they be the main ones saying some shit. They be the main ones. And let's be clear, this across races. Because Rom is on everybody. I'm just coming from a gym. You got some young Chads in there. Some young Chads in there. They'd never be in there with some women. They'd never be in there. Yet you get some guy who might have a rougher look to him and stuff. Shoot, body not as tight, not even as young, and you got some little fine hottie in there. Look, man, here's the bottom line, man. It's never just anything. Like I say, if you got the looks and everything, great bait, but you gotta have more. Yeah, I honestly wish it was just that. Shit'd be a lot simpler, but it ain't. Women, like, to really be attractive to a woman, you gotta hit her on multiple levels. So yeah, they do care about how you look. That's gonna be weighed in, but then how you dress, how that's weighed in. Your personality, that's the most thing. It'll come down no matter what. Still come down to whether she click with you or not, how she feel around you. I mean, this is real life, man. And dudes need to get out the fantasy and start dealing with some reality. I'm gonna tell you the truth with a lot of the guys who think it's just looks or they feel like they don't look like anything. Really, it's really their personality. I'll say that to them. Seriously. You be around them, man. A lot of them just got some fucked up personalities. Yeah, I said it. Seriously. I've seen it in the real world. You see the same type who try to talk some shit online. You see him in the real world. Shoot, I'm about to go in the store right here. This man in here with a fucked up personality. I just try to avoid him. But I can see being in the streets or something. I say, shit, I'm about to catch a case. And I've seen the dudes like that. A lot of so-called dudes having trouble, even they call themselves incel. When you see them in the real world, I've yet to meet one who's just a cool dude. Even if they seem cool, you fuck around with them long enough, or be around them long enough, you'll see they fucked up. Yeah, I said it. Because we got to start being real with some shit. They think it's just how they look. Nah. Because it's like one of those things, like you talk to ugly women. Like you talk to ugly women or something, what do men say? They need to at least be nice. A lot of dudes could still win out just on that part. Or at least get something. So it ain't about how they look any damn way. Most of them look regular. Got fucked up personalities. So, anyway. Yeah, I know some people gonna get mad and shit. Some people gonna probably try to like rationalize it and shit. Go ahead and rationalize. I'm in the streets. I'm in the world. You know, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. It has some definitive shit. I'll put something out for a bunch of dudes who fulfill all those criteria, and they'll let you know. Shoot, in fact, there's been some model types on here who says similar. Because I ain't the only one talking about what handsome men. There's been several dudes on here doing some videos. Shoot, got way more subs than I do, bigger audience than I do, and they've been saying, hey, you still gotta have more. They saying it. I ain't bringing up anything new. But some dudes just need to listen and really just look at themselves, man. Seriously, it's always up here ultimately. Because where you at up here extends to the outer self. You change how your mindset, I guarantee other shit will change for you. Yes, I said guarantee. But you got to change it up here. You got to change it up here first and foremost. All right? So anyway, that's all I got. To get some food real quick. May have some news for y'all tomorrow. Yeah, Rom's always doing something. All right, y'all.